Good evening, I'm Dan Wall.
And I'm Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. New details tonight on the ship that took on water Saturday in Lake Superior.
The Coast Guard tells us tonight a 13-foot crack has been found in the freighter's hull. The Michipicoten is now docked in Thunder Bay, escorted there after taking on water 35 miles southwest of Isle Royale Saturday morning. Initial reports indicated it struck something underwater and started taking on water. However, the Coast Guard now says it's unclear whether it struck something or failed due to the ship's age or something else. Officials tell us tonight divers discovered the 13-foot crack during an initial survey of the hull.
We're also learning that crew members reported hearing a loud bang at the time of the incident. A national park boat transferred 11 of the 22 crew members on board to safety. The others stayed on the ship as she was escorted to Thunder Bay. And stay with Northern News Now and northernnewsnow.com as we track updates on this investigation into the Michipicoten incident.